Looking to take your gymnastics career to the next level? At Full Out Collegiate Recruiting, we help athletes and families navigate the college recruiting process with confidence. From identifying the right schools to building standout profiles, we give you the tools to succeed. Take the guesswork out of recruiting. Go full out with us at Full Out Collegiate Recruiting. Visit fulloutrecruit.com or follow us at Full Out Recruit on Instagram and Facebook today.
It's so funny when I compete because I do not want to think about gymnastics when I'm competing. Literally right before I salute my vault, I'll have somebody stand next to me and I'll be like, "Oh, what's for dinner tonight?" Just talking about anything but gymnastics. And then I don't even like to see when the flag goes up. They'll tap me and be like, "Oh, okay." And then I'll be like, "Oh, okay." And then salute and go.
I'm a Region 5, ready or not, here I come, coming in hot, I'ma take my body for a spin.
Welcome back to the College Salute Podcast, the only place to stay updated on how our Region 5 alums are doing during their NCAA careers. You know Kim, and of course I'm Jason, and on this show we have an alum that we've had the opportunity to watch grow up in front of our eyes. I remember her back handspring Arabian on beam at the Region 5 training camp at the University of Michigan, back when we used to use Michigan as our training camp site, and saying, "Who is that kid?" Well, she went on to win many state and regional titles and become one of our Region 5 Dream Team standouts. She is now living her best life in Athens, Georgia as a gym dog. Oh, and did you know she's an All-American? We'll get to that for sure. We welcome Georgia Junior Ady Wahl to the podcast today. Welcome, Ady.
Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited.
We are excited to have you on the podcast. We will go full out on her first 2 years at Georgia, the 2025 NCAA championships, and yes, vlogging. But first, you know who goes full out? Full Out Recruiting. Full Out Recruiting, they are focused on helping their clients reach their college gymnastics goals with resources and guidance to athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the college recruiting process, they go full out to make the experience a fun and productive one. Do you have anxiety about college coaching calls or want to know what you should be doing as the preseason is upon us? You need to check out Full Out Recruiting for all that. Thank you to Full Out for sponsoring the College Salute podcast and your continued support of the Region 5 media platform. Well, you know how we do it here. Kim introduces our alums like no other. So Kim, you have the green light, ready for your salute.
Who let the dogs out? U-G-A. Who let the dogs out? U-G-A. The summer was nice, the summer was pumping. Yippee-I-O. Everybody was having a ball. Yippee-I-O. But season's back and now we yelling. Let's go, Ady Wahl. Yippee-I-O. She be flipping and sticking, hey-o. Follow her content on social, yippee-I-o. Who let the dogs out? U-G-A. Who let the dogs out? U-G-A.
Hey, that was so good.
All right, so Ady approves on
That's
our rap.
Literally the only song I could think of was Who Let the Dogs Out.
I mean, it fits. You got it, right?
And I am not a Jamaican Bohemian rapper, that is for sure, but that was not bad.
Well, good job. For those of you that, I think we talked about this on Ella's podcast, last one, but Kim has a much bigger schedule now. She's the diving coach at SVU, so, her
it's not SVU.
Limited.
This is not
Sorry.
Special Victims Unit. It's
Sorry.
Saginaw Valley State University. SVSU, beaks up. Boop, boop.
I forgot about the S, so yes, she's not in crime scene investigation anymore.
No, but how cool would that be?
Yes.
I wanted to do that when I was a kid.
So, but obviously we have Ady on the show today. We're excited. Just a little bit of background as we do. Ady trained at Zanesville Gymnastics in Zanesville, Ohio, for most of her career. 3-time Level 10 national qualifier. She was a Nastia Cup qualifier in 2023. She went to Puerto Rico as a member of our Region 5 All-Star team back then. That was a fun trip. And this year, NCAA first team All-American on vault. And that was exciting for her, and we're going to talk a lot about that. However, before we go in and dive into your Georgia time, we need to reflect on your time in Region 5, as we do, especially when you're our first-time guest on our podcast. What did the time mean to you as being part of Region 5, and how do you think it's prepared you for NCAA gymnastics?
I mean, all of the time that I spent in Region 5 was just so fun. We definitely were the best region, still are the best region. But I loved how like we were all like so together all of the time. Like we always matched. We were always wearing like the same like hairstyle, like even at nationals, like we matched with everything. And I think that really prepared me for college well because it's the same thing here. Like anytime we do things as a team, we have to match or like, we're doing things together. And Region 5, I always felt like, I don't know, we went out there to win and it was so fun because it like motivated me and pumped me up. Like the meetings we had before nationals, I loved those because it would just like get us so pumped up and it would like be so inspiring and motivational before we went out. And like you said, like I got to grow up in front of you guys. Like it was so cool just like getting to cultivate like a family and going to Region 5 camps and like seeing your friends from other states and other teams, and now them being in the NCAA. It's cool to like see them at meets and be like, oh my gosh, I remember when we used to be in the same nationals group. Like I don't know, it just created like a family. So I definitely loved and enjoyed my time being a part of Region 5. Like I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of any other region. So yeah.
Well, your retreat has brought some ideas for me for our meeting at Nationals.
Oh, yeah.
For next year. So we're going to get to that in a little bit. What would you say are your 3 most special memories of your club days and being part of Region 5? If you could take it narrowed down to 3.
Yeah, there's been so many. Definitely one was when I got to go to Puerto Rico for the Dream Team trip. That was so much fun. And it felt like more just like just like a fun trip, not for like gymnastics. And I think that was the whole point behind it, just to kind of reward us from the season pass. So that was definitely fun. I would say my nationals group from senior year was probably my favorite because, we were all leaving to go to the NCAA and, it was just such a special moment for us to tie for first place. Like that was so incredible. And I think it was just really rewarding to go out with like an amazing end to our JO career. And then, I don't know, all of the Region 5 camps were always so much fun. They were definitely tiring, of course, but just getting different people in your groups and camp and stuff was so much fun. So those are probably my top 3.
Well, I have a couple of things to relate to those. We have so many time. I mean, Kim and I have been to so many nationals along with you guys, and me as also as a coach, to remember all of the things that happened. And there are a lot of time. There are certain situations like the 2019 nationals. I remember several of those rotations because those were just exciting, and obviously we won that year as a team. But also your vault rotation in your senior year, you had like 3 1.5. I mean, you guys were energized, but you had like 3 1.5s, couple that competed for the very first time at nationals. And like Michaela from Michigan State was one of those, and just just craziness that is, and just to remember that is just so it's just cool to just be able to say, hey, I was part of that.
Yeah.
And let's just quickly just talk about the backhandspring Arabian that we never saw.
Yes.
We never saw that in competition. I think that's the last time I ever saw it. Maybe that's the last time you ever did it. I don't know. But 1, like, where did it go? Because that was awesome. And 2, like, how long did you have you ever intended to perform that skill? Because no one else but us probably ever even saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did post it. But.
Yeah. Honestly, I just did it like in the gym for fun because I don't know. I was just like, you know what? Let's just try. And so then I got brave enough to do it on the high beam. But then there were a couple like big wipeouts that I had, and I was like, okay, like I don't know if this is worth it to continue to hurt myself all the time. And then I think I had a coach tell me, not one of my coaches, but somebody else, I don't know, just like kind of made me think it was like unrealistic or something for me to compete it, which I was like, okay, well, I was like, okay, well, I guess I can go back to doing my normal series. But I mean, the time that I did do it in my life, it was fun, but I don't really have any intentions of bringing it back.
No, I figured not.
If someone told me it was unrealistic to compete that, I'd be like, watch me. Yeah. I would have to at least once.
Yeah. I was so young at the time, though. I didn't really.
You
I
were.
was like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was just amazing because I kind of remember just like kind of walking back and forth because I had a camera like on that side of the beam side and then the camera on bar side, that. So just making sure everything's all right. And I walked by and I'm like, what in the heck was that? Was that a back handspring Arabian? And who is that gymnast? Who is that kid? Because I hadn't really seen much of you yet at that time. And I was just like, wow, crazy. And then, like I said, we never saw it again.
Yeah.
It also probably wasn't worth it. It's a level 10 to be doing a back handspring Arabian because it doesn't really get the credit it deserves.
Right.
Ooh, an E. I mean, you could do many other skills to get an E.
I mean, if you want to bring it back for like your junior or senior year of college, like we support you.
Thank you so much.
Or the meet the dogs event, that one that you guys do. That
Oh,
just
yeah.
do it there. Just
Okay.
do it there. Yeah, I'm sure Cecile would love.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm sure she would allow that to happen.
And make sure it's documented and on video though, so we can just post it.
Okay.
The internet would blow up, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is Daddy gonna do this year? Wow, look at that.
Back handspring Arabian. Just kidding.
That's funny.
So now that we're on the topic of Georgia, so you decided to go to Georgia, obviously, and you went a year early, yeah?
Yes.
So what went into your decision, A, to go to Georgia, and B, to go early? Because I also feel like you've been at Georgia now forever, but it's only like your junior year,
Yeah.
but yet you're really supposed to be a year later. So
Yeah.
Tell us all that.
So why I picked Georgia, I went into the recruiting process like wanting to feel welcomed and feel valuable on a team, and I wanted somewhere that wanted me. Not just with their words, but like with their actions and stuff. And I always felt deeply pursued by Georgia. Like they were always, reaching out to me and, recruiting me super well. And I, that during that time, I just prayed a lot that I would just be led to the right place. And I always felt so comfortable with Georgia. It wasn't my top pick at first, but at the end of the day, I think it was after the summer of my sophomore year of high school, I just felt so much peace about going to Georgia, from like the athletics and the academics and also the campus. I was like, I could see myself living here after college, and that was really important to me, to find somewhere where I could like, get married, raise a family, like do a job, like all of those things. And Georgia was just an amazing place. And then I remember them calling me so vividly. It was right after we competed at regionals, because I remember that year and nobody knew that this was like I didn't even know that this was a possibility, and I had just won regionals. And I think like a couple days after, they called me and they were like, we have a spot open for you if you want to come early. And I was like, oh, like I wasn't even like thinking about it. It wasn't even on my radar. But I just thought about, that past year of my gymnastics career, I had achieved every single goal that I had wanted. Like I wanted to go to Nastia Cup, and I was able to achieve that. And then I, scored a perfect 10 on vault. And then I was I was like at a loss. I was like, I don't know what's left for me in JO, or I guess DP as they call it now. I was like, I don't know what's left for me. And I just felt like it was time to move on. And so I called them back the same day and told them I would go early, just because I felt like it was the right decision for me, and I've never regretted it. I'm so glad that I moved on a year early, because I don't know, I love it here, and I'm so glad that I'm able to compete in the NCAA now. So yeah.
I remember because I used to message back and forth with your mom a lot, like in your last year and in your first year of college. We would chat back and forth, and I remember her telling me that you were going a year early, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait a minute, no,
Yeah.
no, we need one more year. Oh, okay, I guess you can go.
Yeah.
But I feel like you've been at Georgia though, like so much longer than you have. Also, like I just feel like, because I see it on social media all the time, it's just like you doing things.
Yeah.
And I just feel like you've been there way longer than you have, which is crazy. So.
I agree. I feel like I've been there so long.
You have been through some coaching changes from when you were recruited to now. So first, talk a little bit about former Georgia coach Courtney Kropetz, and then now Cecile Ryan and Marissa King, and whoever that other one is. What's that say? Oleski?
There's
Alexi,
How do you say his name? Oleski.
Oh,
He's
Lesky.
the recruit. He's the recruit coordinator.
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't
Georgia.
deal with him. So, anyways, so talk a little bit about the coaching staff that recruited you versus the coaching staff you currently have.
I mean, I have nothing illy to say against, our former coaches. I loved having them my first year, because I was very comfortable with Courtney. She recruited me. I knew her really well. She was very good to me. Very positive with me and, very encouraging, and, I don't have anything bad to say about that. But I guess it was just time to move on and time to, change it up. And, it happens a lot in athletics. If something isn't working, then they change it. But I did really like Ryan. Ryan and I work really well together, or like he works really well with me. So just having him stay was really important to me, because I knew that when the head coach leaves, then usually the rest of the staff leaves as well. But I thought it was really important that Ryan stayed, because he really did have a heart for the program and he wanted to see it, flourish. And so when Ryan was announced as the head coach and then they told us Cecile was coming, we were all just like kind of like starstruck. We were like, oh my goodness, like we're about to have Simone Biles as head coach, be our coach. And it was just like, wow, like that's crazy. I didn't really know what to think about it. But then Cecile came in and she didn't make it feel like she was a celebrity or like anything. She was just Coach Cecile, and she still is to this day. And she, she's very personable, makes you feel welcomed and seen, and they create an environment that is healthy and helpful. And I can tell that they want us to thrive. I can tell that they want us to, be good at gymnastics, but also be good people. They harp that a lot. So yeah, this past year we had them during season. It was so fun, until the end. We were climbing, we were going up, and we were going in the right direction. We had some things happen at the end of the year that were unfortunate, but during regular season, they just, they kept encouraging us, and it was a very good environment. And then having Marissa and Alexi as well, like they've been such an amazing addition to the team as well. They're always supportive. When Ryan and Cecile are recruiting, they're there, and I can always just count on them to be supportive and help me to be a better person and athlete. So, yeah.
Well, fun fact, Marissa King is one of Jason's favorite college athletes ever.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Marissa King, I loved watching her. I mean, she obviously knows the SEC very, very well. And, she was fun to watch. And I was glad that she was able to become an assistant. But I have to say, Ryan has done camps, obviously, he has done camps here in Region 5. And he's an awesome bar coach. He's an awesome coach at all, but he's just a good person. He's funny. He's hilarious.
And he's not bad to look at.
And I talk to him like usually almost every year at Congress, and I thought to myself, this year is the first time him and I never ran into each other. I mean, I saw him in the stand, we waved like when I was filming, training, and he was watching recruiting wise. But usually we talk about just things or whatever, and I know he did some presentations, and we didn't run into each other. And I was like, "Whoa, that's weird." When I was like prepping for this podcast, I was like, "I didn't even see Ryan this year," but he's an awesome guy. But,
yeah, he is.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Marissa King is one of my favorite college gymnasts ever.
Inquiring minds would like to know, does Laurent come to the gym?
And by inquiring minds, she means her. She would like to.
He'll like pop in like every now and again, but he'll just kind of be there not that long, like 10, 15 minutes.
He brings Cecile coffee.
Yeah, just talks to Cecile, says hi to us, and then leaves, but he doesn't do much.
Yeah, I have the most awkward photo of him from some U.S. championships. Like, I'm like trying to be stealthy with my phone, and he's sitting on like the podium. And at first he's not looking, so I have like a side view of Laurent. And then all of a sudden he's like his knees up and he looks this way at me. I'm like, oh! caught taking photos of Laurent. Sorry, but yes, he's a wonderful person.
Yes, he is.
Cecile at Classics, I think it was probably Classics, because that's what I was on the floor for. Somebody asked for Cecile's autograph, and she seemed thoroughly confused.
Yeah, she's just like, she's like, I'm not a big deal. She's like, I don't know why people like, which she is. So I don't, but she's just so humble.
So has Cecile and Ryan brought any specific standout changes to the program as head coaches that you have noticed that you like? Obviously, if you don't have to tell me if you don't like them, but like, how have they changed the program?
Since they've been there, they've brought in like a lot more like alumni. Like last year, there were a lot of alumni that came in the gym, and I loved that because we get to see former gym dogs and like what they are doing with their lives now. Like, and it's a great opportunity to get connected. Like someone just came in the gym like a week ago, and I got connected with her, and she's gonna start helping me with social media stuff and. It's just great like networking and just making connections, and our alumni are so awesome. Like they really do want such a great program for us, and they want us to thrive. So they definitely brought in more of the alumni, and like I think too they've talked a lot more about like academics and how important it is to not only do well in gymnastics but in school as well. So they've harped that a lot, and that's different. So
I do have a question in terms of alumni, and just curious if you've had met them. I have two teammates from club that are Georgia alum,
okay.
And that would be Leslie Angelis and Lisa Kirk. I don't know their married names,
okay,
because I have to look them up, but I don't know if you've met them at all, or if they were there this year. But Leslie won nationals on floor one year, so
sweet.
Like she was pretty good. But just curious if you had met them, but it doesn't sound like they have been down yet.
I haven't met them, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, Leslie lives in Canada.
Oh.
So, her son's on the junior national team in Canada.
Oh, wow.
So, but anyway, just curious.
I know who you're talking about.
Yes, you do. She actually helped set us up in Montreal when we went on that trip. She had set us some stuff, and she also does some like exercise stuff and Pilates stuff. That
we're Facebook friends. We chat every now and then.
Yes, so good people. So, you were waiting impatiently. I mean, you can definitely say that for your time in Stegman Coliseum to be able to compete. So let's talk about going back to your freshman year. Give us all the details that you remember of your first meet, because your first meet in Stegman was your season opener. So it's your first official meet.
Yeah.
I did the research. Against NC State.
Yeah.
And you did all around, which I know you've not competed. You only competed, I think, 6 or 7 times in your career, which is still awesome. But we'll get to that in a little bit. But
did you say only? And
well,
still
because
a lot.
because she competes vault bars and floor almost. I mean, pretty much every meet. I think all the meets you've been at Georgia, or all the meets in Georgia. But what was it like to just be in that environment for your first meet in Stegman? Because I know you were looking forward to that, I'm sure. And then obviously doing all around your first meet of your college career.
Yeah. Gosh, I feel like all my meets are like blurring together, but
you always remember your first.
Yes,
come on, you always remember
my
your
first meet. I remember walking out into the arena, and I was just like, wow, like I was overwhelmed with like how many people there were, because I had always heard that like Steg gets packed, but I never like imagined that many people like coming to watch the Gym Dogs, because I know gymnastics is the second most attended sport at UGA. So I was like, wow, like this is awesome. And I guess like I was freshly from high school, so I had already been competing all around. So in my head, I was like, okay, like this is just, normal thing that college kids do, I guess. I think I was so naive in the fact that like not everybody competes all around. But I came into college with that goal to compete in the all around. So I just remember, if I remember correct, I think I won all around that meet. But just being able to like win all around at my first ever college meet ever was really cool, and it was just such an amazing experience, because it was like, wow, like I'm like doing it, like this is what I dreamed of, and it was just like a surreal moment. And every time I step into Steg now, I'm like, this is crazy. Like I still can't believe that like I'm like so humbled that I get to do this. So yeah.
Do you remember, was this a Friday night height meet? I'm not sure if it was, because it wasn't.
I don't think it was, because it was against NC State.
State, right?
Yeah, so I don't think it was a.
Yeah, because I mean there have been some Friday night heights that are not SEC.
Yeah,
there have been a few, but I didn't know if that was one of them. So.
Yeah.
jumping off of that, what was your first experience in a Friday night height meet, and what was that like, having cameras right in front of you and stuff like that? Talk about that experience.
It's crazy because the camera people are like probably this far from the vault, and I'm the type of vaulter that like I need people, like I can't have that like around me. Like I need my space. And so I remember I had one of my teammates just like ask them to like scoot over a little bit, which I was like, I don't know if they can do that because that's their job, but they ended up scooting over, which was nice. But just like having all these cameras and stuff, personally, I thrive off of that like environment. Like I love competing in an environment like that. So it was just really cool to like see that. I was like, wow, like, they're here for us. Like, but it was cool.
From your perspective, what's it like to compete in the SEC?
I mean, it's just like the saying, it means more, I always dreamed of like competing in arenas like that are huge. Like we went to LSU this past year, and that was like one of the coolest experiences other than nationals. That was like one of the coolest experiences ever. Because I don't know if you've been to LSU's arena, but it's huge. Like there's so many fans, so many people. The energy in there was just amazing. I had a really good meet that night as well. So, walking into just like different arenas and walking into different environments, like yes, you're against each other, but like it feels like, wow, like you're doing this. Like I don't know. It just means more, I guess. But yeah.
Crazy.
Like the slogan says.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, the big time, old school, arena that everyone knows about. I've been to Huntsman, and that's the only one I've been able to watch a meet, because we had a meet against BYU that same weekend as the girls had against Utah, and so they were on Friday night. We were on, because they do all their meets on Friday night, and then we were Saturday. So we came in early, because I think we were on spring break during that time, if I'm not mistaken. But we went and saw them, and that was crazy. I mean, I've experienced that, and that's crazy. But yeah, never been able to see a Georgia meet, never been able to see an Alabama meet, never been able to see an LSU meet.
You gotta come to a Georgia meet. I'm telling you, they're so fun.
One day, yeah.
I've seen a lot on Snap though, because my friends live in Alabama, and they've gone, the whole gambit of the SEC. So I'd like to see them in person.
Oh yeah.
What?
Snap, the SEC. I said you live on Snap when it comes to the SEC.
Yeah, but it's like live Snap though, not just like I'm getting the full picture here.
There you go.
So.
But yeah, your favorite school to compete in, and why? Not other than Georgia, of course.
LSU probably. It was so fun. It was so cool. The crowd was awesome. It was so loud. Just the energy in there was so electric. I like there, and then I also like competing at. This is like controversial because not a lot of people like competing at Auburn, but I loved it. It was so fun. Because there's like these fans who stand on the first row and they're like painted up, and like apparently my freshman year, the seniors used to tell us that they hated competing there because they would like mock your floor routines and stuff like as you were doing it. But when we went there this year, I thought it was so funny. It was so fun. Because if you did a good floor routine, they would stop at the end, like they wouldn't continue to do it. So, but probably LSU and Auburn were the most fun, other than Georgia. But yeah.
Well, what is your favorite non-SEC school to compete at?
Ooh, where have I went?
How many have you competed at? Or what's your favorite?
We went to Denver. I'm trying to think of other places I've been.
You're like, I don't know. I didn't have any fun at any of those. I'm just kidding. Did you guys go to Michigan?
Oh yes, we did go to Michigan. I liked Michigan just because we were so close to home, and I had so many people come like to support me. So that was fun that year, just because I got to see a lot of my family and friends. But we haven't went to a lot of out of conference like meets. The only places we've been, Denver was fun just because it was so pretty. And then we went to Seattle for regionals, which Seattle's awesome. I love Seattle. So we went there. So that was fun. But
yeah, you guys have too many teams to get through in the SEC. To have a lot of extra. You have teams come to you, but for home meets. But to get out of the conference. So. Obviously, everything builds all season long to the SEC championships. And the last 2 years hasn't been your meet. I mean, for a normal, I would say for you, it hasn't been your best meet. But you compete with these teams all year long. But the SEC championships, obviously the big SEC championship signs. I mean, you know where you're at when you're there. What is that environment like? And does it hit different for you when you get to that meet versus what you see during the regular season?
It is very different, just because you're on podium. There's so many, all of the SEC teams are there. Well, at least this year, all of them will be there. And it's just crazy because it's so overwhelming because you're like, wow, like so many amazing gymnasts are in one arena. Like, it is a little bit intimidating, and like you said, like the past 2 years have not been my year. I've always had fun at SECs, even though I didn't perform my best. Like, the training day is fun, like getting to, stay with your teammates in the hotel is fun. And it's also cool because, there's other teams in the hotels that you're staying. I think there's like 2 location sites for hotels. And I just remember we did like a Bible study, like LSU, Missouri, like all of the SEC teams. And we came and we just got to know each other. And it was more than just like being gymnasts. Like, we were just people. So just getting an environment where you're meeting other people and you're, from other teams you're competing against was so fun. There's a lot of stuff that like happened before SECs for me these past 2 years. But I'm bound and determined these next 2 years to make it a good meet. So. And
this year, all 9 teams will be there. So the first session will have 5. So there will be a bye, which we don't see very much anymore in gymnastics.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
I am really glad that the SEC decided to have all 9 teams go. Like, I did not think it was fair for all of us to, one team to miss out. Unfortunately, it had to be Arkansas, which I just didn't think was fair because if you look back on it, they had like a good season. So, all of that led up until SECs, and it just felt like it was robbing them of a shot because anything can happen at SECs. Someone could be doing really bad who is a really good team, or someone who's not as good could be doing really good. So it's just like a gamble, but like having Arkansas not being able to compete for the championships was really disappointing. But I'm so glad this year that they're able to do all of 9 teams. Like, I think a bye will be fine. Like, it'll be okay. Like, we're gonna have to learn to adapt, but every team is gonna have to do it. So, it'll be good. Yeah.
I'm just excited that they are going to include everyone.
Yes.
Quickly take a break and talk a little bit about how you can support our show. A free way to support is by leaving a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the College Salute podcast. Tell us what you love about the show or what you'd like to see improved. The review helps others discover our podcast and join our Region 5 family. Help us to continue to grow our podcast, which is the only regionally based gymnastics podcast in the country. We continue to show our love for our Region 5 alums throughout their college careers. So please show us some love with a review and a 5-star rating. All right, so postseason. Another one that's been tough for the last 2 years for the University of Georgia. You guys were 1/10 from qualifying to NCAA's Latin 2024, your freshman year, and falling just short to Missouri. And then this past year, a very close meet, and I remember watching that well, against Arizona to get out of day one, which they beat you by .075. Heading into your junior year, with obviously the coaching staff in its second year, what have these experiences taught you as a group, and how do you what changes are you making as a team to hopefully prevent that in 2024-6? Sorry.
Yeah. Definitely one lesson like our team has learned is that you stay together as a team no matter what is going on the outside. Going into last year, we had a lot of, inside things that were happening, and a lot of people didn't understand that. And so just going into regionals, we knew we had a great shot at making it to day 2. And I think we just let it get the best of us. We let, these thoughts come into our head that didn't need to be there, like outside noises coming in. And, this year we're definitely, from our team retreat, one of the main things is being together, being united as, one team and one purpose and not letting outside noise kind of distract us. So I definitely think this year we already have a better head on our shoulders. We already have a better team dynamic, a better team camaraderie. So I'm really excited. Like, we genuinely all do get along, and we have, so much to look forward to with this team this year. The freshmen coming in, and with, the sophomores, the juniors, and now the senior class. Yeah, it'll be really exciting to see what we can do, because I think we can go far this year. And yeah, but
Well, you have 2 freshmen on the team that we're going to talk to in a minute that I'm very excited to see them compete in college. But you qualified to nationals this past year along with Lily Smith. Let's just talk 2025 NCAAs and the experience. But first, let me say, for those of you who don't watch your vlog, you won't understand this, but go watch the blackout experience that you called it. I need to know you to retell the story of your nationals, especially from like the story you told in your vlog, how you basically blacked out and then saluted your vault.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Addie is a vlogger. We'll talk about it in a bit. But please talk just a little bit about your NCAA experience, being that your first time at NCAA championships.
I was really excited when I found out that Lily and I qualified. Obviously wanted the whole team to go, but just being given the opportunity was really cool. And I went in, honestly, I was like, okay, like, I just want to have fun. I just want to enjoy this. Like, this is my first nationals. I want to, have no regrets and just go all in, go for it. Ryan always told me at practice when I was training for nationals, he's like, just go for the stick. Like, you have nothing to lose. And I was like, okay. So I went in, and it was like such a surreal experience. I was like, wow, like I think I teared up a couple of times. I was like, this is like really happening. Like, this is, something that every little gymnast like dreams of going to. And just to have that opportunity to be there, I didn't want to be stressed about it. I didn't want to be anxious about it. I just wanted to have fun. And Lily and I really just had such an amazing time. And, we were able to bring one of our other teammates with us, Holly Snyder. And she was just amazing. She was such an incredible support. And our coaches, they were just having fun. Like, Cecile, her first nationals, like, she was having a blast. We were just able to joke and just laugh with them and have just an incredible experience with them. But it was the most incredible experience like I've ever had in my life. And it just makes me more motivated to go back there with our team this year.
Just maybe a little bit about the blackout, like what meant, like, because you talk about like not remembering your vault at all, basically.
Yeah. So right before, when we were warming up, the day before, so we have a practice day. So we had a practice day, and my vaults were like great. I was like, okay, like, this is awesome. Like, I'm so excited. Then the next day comes around, and we're warming up for, to actually compete. And my steps were off, and I was like, oh no. Like, I just kept like taking these huge steps, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is not happening. So it kind of made me a little anxious, but I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, I'm gonna be fine. Like, I just gotta run down the runway and not stress. So I think I did one warm-up vault, and I took like a huge step forward, and I was like, oh boy. And I just kept telling myself, like, just calm down. And I was like, I had so much adrenaline and so much like excitement that I was like, okay, you need to calm down. So I got up on the podium, and all I remember is saluting. And then I don't remember anything else until I landed my vault. Like, that's all I remember. I don't remember doing the vault. I don't remember taking off the board. I just remember taking a little hop forward and saluting, and that was it. So that's what I was calling out my blackout moment, is that I don't remember.
You just like went into autopilot.
Yes,
it's fine.
Right. I was like, I can't stress about my steps. I'm not even gonna think about it. So, yeah, it was surreal.
And you didn't even talk about that on your vlog. So that's a new story completely. I didn't know that because that's not in that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you chose not to say that, but thank you for letting us know.
He was saving it for us.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the 9875, which I did post on our Instagram, was too low. That was not. But you did finish third and All-American, and that's awesome. So that worked, but it was too low. But funny thing is, we always try to ask somebody related to you or around you or has something to do with your life a question. for the podcast. And Mallory had a question for you.
Oh.
Mallory is her coach from her gym, her club gym. And she says, how do you stay so calm before a meet? I know it's hard to control your nerves. What do you do? It kind of fits that thing right there. It's kind of funny how that fit right in.
Yeah. Good question, Mallory. I think, well, obviously my faith is very important to me. So before meets, like when we go in to do our like pre-meet, like kind of we do like visualization, and then we do like we walk through each event. Like it's kind of just like your time to do what you need before the event. And so I just go in there and I put my hands on every event and I like vision myself doing it, and then I pray over the event. I just pray that, you know, I would have peace when I'm competing, that I would have calm nerves, and that I would, you know, just enjoy my time doing that. So that definitely already sets the stage for me to have a peaceful heart as I go into the competition. And then also before, we just, you know, we're in the locker room and we're getting ready together, and we just like try to talk anything but gymnastics. That might sound crazy, but like we don't really want our minds to wander or be anxious, because we have already done everything that we can do. You know, we've practiced everything that we can do. So we just try to take the pressure off and just, you know, be friends and hang out with each other. And then I'm like, it's so funny when I compete, because I like do not want to think about gymnastics when I'm competing. Like literally right before I salute my vault, I'll have somebody stand next to me and just, I'll be like, oh, what's for dinner tonight? Like, you know, just talking about like anything but gymnastics. And then like, I don't even like to see when the flag goes up. They'll like tap me and be like, oh, okay. And then I'll be like, oh, okay. And then salute and go. Like, I don't want to think about it, but that's how I stay calm. So yeah.
Addie has a personal assistant on the
Yeah,
floor.
I do.
I'm sorry, I love that. I love that. Someone just tells you, hey, it's time to go now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
I love that. I think it's fantastic.
That's awesome. I love that. That's a good story. Obviously, each year the team is different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you have new freshmen, you have seniors that leave, you know, freshmen that come in. So each year the team dynamic is different. You have some fellow Ohioans with you on the team now.
Mm-hmm.
Two of our Region 5 elites, Khaleesi Wolford, as I say, Khaleesi, and.
No, that's how all the announcers say it.
Really?
She said Khaleesi, and when I heard that the first time I said Khaleesi, I'm never calling you Khaleesi again. It will be Khaleesi. So every time I message her or say something, I say Khaleesi.
So funny.
And then Avery Mole. Both awesome gymnasts, but more importantly, just good people. Talk a bit about having some more Ohio peeps on your team with these two, and as well as the freshman class as a whole. I think it's 4 of them. What did they bring to the program this year?
You know, like you said, like Khaleesi and Avery are just good people. Avery is so funny. I'm like slowly learning that about her, but she's just so like witty, and she's so funny. But it's just so cool having like another person from Ohio, and like especially knowing we're going to Ohio first. I'm like, all right, we got to pack that place out with Georgia fans. Like, you know, I think.
Oh, the Wolfords will do that for sure.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee that.
Oh yeah. So just having all 3 of us on the team, I'm like, that's gonna be so fun. And it's cool because we can relate to each other about like being in Region 5, like, you know, Buckeye and like all that stuff. So that's really cool. But you know, the freshmen coming in this year, we've really tried to like take them under our wing and make sure they feel like seen and important, because when I was a freshman, the senior class that was here for me did an amazing job at that. So we just wanted to create an environment like that for them as well. But they're awesome. Like all 4 of them, like feel like I've gotten to know each one of them differently, and they just, you know, they're hard workers. Like they come into the gym ready to go. They want to get their work done. They're ambitious. They're ready. They're on their toes, and you know, they've started to loosen up a little bit and have some fun in the gym. I think at first they're just, you know, being a freshman, you're kind of intimidated. But they just bring like, they make everybody else better in the gym. Like they make us want to work harder. Like I know when I see them, I'm like, oh shoot, like I got to get the job done. Like, you know, and that's how it should be. So they've definitely brought that aspect of, you know, just wanting to be better. And yeah, so.
Well, now there's 3.5 Region 5 people on your team. Because I say half, because Erin Williams is technically, she grew up in Michigan, did her entire career in Michigan until like her senior year of high school, her family moved to Tennessee or something. So I always put her in with the Region 5 group when we do things. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she's my half.
Yes.
When she really could be a full. She only was in Tennessee for like a year or Georgia, wherever she came from.
Right.
Georgia, Tennessee. So that should be fun. But like, Ohio's killing it at Georgia now. 3 of you?
Oh yeah.
Man. Yeah. It's a lot of Buckeyes.
The other 2 freshmen know Cecile very well, as they're from.
Yes. Yeah.
So. Oh well. There you go.
So it's a good mix. Good mix there. Well, we have one more break in the action to talk about our 2 social media channels, which you have to watch and check out, obviously, completely dedicated to our Region 5 alums. Make sure you check out Region 5 College Salute Podcast on Instagram, where you can see the beautiful Yurchenko 1.5 of Addie from NCAAs that apparently she does not remember doing. It's where our podcast links are posted, and, of course, all the awesome photos that Kim takes, which who knows if she will have time to do that this year, but we'll see.
I will, because season is not in this season.
There you go. We love the pictures, and that's where we post them as well. But like watching us fan over all of Addie's gymnastics, then check out the video version of our podcast on our YouTube channel, which is Region 5 College Salute. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when a new podcast is uploaded, or watch many hours of routines that I get sent to me from the past NCAA season. Make sure, like I said, follow, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I know Addie knows very well about what that's all about and all like, but follow and subscribe to both of these social media channels to keep up with the Region 5 alums all year long. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about that. You're a YouTuber.
Yes.
And of course, we follow you. Go out there and follow her. You can follow her at Ady Wahl. She has a little finger heart emoji next to her name, so you'll know which one's her. But these... I know you can trust. I know you know that I know this, but it's time consuming and it takes a lot of extra time. And you're a college athlete. You don't have extra time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't. I put laugh because you just don't. I am sure it's, hard to keep up. What has the experience been like for you to do that?
Definitely hard.
Because I enjoy it. I love
Good.
it.
I'm glad. And I think my freshman year I stopped making vlogs like during season, and I really regret that because now I look back and I'm like, man, I should have had them. And it is time consuming, but my sophomore year I was like, okay, I gotta film every meet, whether it's like a 5-minute
you made up for it.
Whether if it's a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, 15-minute video, I was like, you just give them something. And my mom always tells me, like, people don't know what it's like to be in your shoes, so like give them a taste of it. So I'm like, okay. But they're honestly just so fun to make, and they're my teammates will say all the time, like, we're going to look back on these in like 10 years and be like, look at this, like, look at us being in Georgia, like having because they're there forever. So, that's so fun. And I watch, like, this might be a little bad of me, but I'll like watch my Nationals vlog like over and over again just because it was such a fun video for me to make. And it was just such a cool experience that I was like, wow, I'm like so glad that I made that because I can like relive those experiences. And I know my teammates like it too because they like the camera, they like to be on the vlogs and stuff. But they're just so fun to make. I haven't made one in a minute just because my schedule is very busy this year. So I haven't had the time to edit or anything like that. But they will be coming back eventually.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, the beginning of school is always tough to be able to do that. But I liked the whole segment in the car with Ryan.
Oh yeah.
And how Holly didn't know, or is it Holly or Lily who never seen a giraffe?
Holly, yeah.
Correct? Never seen a giraffe. I'm like, you've never seen a giraffe?
Yeah.
What? No. But
so since you're a very busy athlete, I'm going to cut in here. What are you majoring in school? Because
I'm a communications major, but I just started working on my sports media certification. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering if the vlogging was leading to a path of you're doing something with media or communications or journalism or something.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Very cool.
Yeah, maybe we could collaborate, and you could do some type of. Now that we have several more Region 5 athletes,
there we go.
Talk to you about that this
year.
year.
Yeah.
Reach out. I probably have to go through your SID though for that to happen, but we'll see. What is the most off the wall comment you've gotten on a video? Because we get them. Do you have an off the wall comment? Just
Let me
like really
think.
seriously. Like,
I think I put in there one time that like this is so random. I think I was doing like maybe a day in my life video and I put in like that I go like tanning or something and somebody like put in the comments like not the tanning bed and put all of this research fact and I was like, oh,
oh
okay.
Jesus.
But I just deleted the comment. I was like, all right, like
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh God, the
But-
amount of comments we delete.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Too many. And just
It wasn't
stupid
even
things. It's
relevant
like,
to the
really?
video and I was like, all right. But it was so
I
funny.
get a lot of comments sometimes in our live streams of different events because we do Foursquare or whatever, and I'm like what Foursquare again? Can't you do it? I'm like, well, the people who want to see are going to want to see
Right,
it.
yeah.
You may not want to see it. You may want to see one person, but they want to see their kid. And if I'm filming one thing, because I'm the only person, because Kim's out, doing pictures or whatever, and I'm sometimes filming with the camera, so it can't be there to do different events anyway.
Right.
And it just drives me nuts. Okay, you wanna come work for us and work for free?
Yeah.
And by work we mean volunteer your time.
Volunteer your time and make 2 cents an hour, if that. What is probably your favorite fan comment, though? What is probably the favorite comment you ever got?
I love when I get comments of like little girls or like their parents that I've met and they like comment and been like, we met you like at this meet or this meet or this meet. We love your vlogs. Or like even in person, like when somebody tells me that they watch my vlogs, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, thanks. Like it just makes me like so excited and happy. Because I had one girl at a camp last year and she was like, you're my favorite because I watch all of your vlogs. And it was like so sweet. But I like when I get comments like that. Yeah.
I like when my athletes find your guys' vlogs and videos and stuff and bring them to me. So excited, I'm like, I know her. They're like, what?
Aw.
I think one of my little kids brought like your nationals one, your NCAA one from last year, and I was like, I know her. She's great. What? How?
That's so funny.
They don't understand yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my favorite is when they bring your guys' stuff to me.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Well, I still just really don't understand. I mean, I guess it's crazy when you start to move in at Georgia during the the first week of school or whatever, and you're moving in. But from your most recent vlog, how do you get a wrong apartment? I don't understand how someone gave you the wrong apartment to move into, and then you're like almost moved in.
Yeah.
I mean, your roommates had like a bunch of their stuff in their room, and you had your closet almost all done. I'm like,
Oops.
I don't
Yeah,
get it. How?
I don't even know how it happened either. We walked in and I was like this is like the kitchen was so nice and I was like it's like I don't think this is the kitchen that we selected or like something and I was like kind of suspicious but my roommate was like no it's fine like I think it's fine but then like I noticed like our rooms were just not like correctly placed and we were like wait a minute so thankfully one of my roommates parents were here because my other roommate and I's parents weren't. And so they like went and like talked to them and stuff and they got us moved. But it was just like a whole ordeal because I was like, oh my goodness, like I just put all my clothes away and now we have to move. But it was fine. It was a long process, but we got everything situated and now we love our apartment. So
Yeah. How did you become aware that you were in the wrong place?
because we all were like, I don't think we're in the right room. And we looked at
Okay, so you.
yeah, so we looked at our floor plan and I was like, wait, this is not what we like signed up for. And I was like, why is our like rent higher than it's supposed to be? And so we just like talked to them about that and they fixed it. So they were great. They were so nice and they were like, we are so sorry. Like we did not mean to do that. But it was funny.
I mean, at least you didn't start hanging stuff on the wall.
I know,
and
yeah.
all that.
Right.
All moved in and then someone else comes in. Oh no, this is our place.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God.
Or you did get that rent check for the first month and not realize it prior to that and be like, what did we get ourselves into?
Yeah.
What? Crazy.
Right.
Well, you also on that video have your retreat, and I need to know, is this garbage bag dress thing a normal thing, or is this just this year? And the senior one, holy crap, that took some time. I mean, how long did it take you guys to do those? And like, is that something you always do, or do you do something similar and this just happened to be this year's thing?
Before we went on our retreat this year, they like gave us like a Google form to fill out with like suggestions of what to do. And I think my roommate and my teammate Brooke, she had seen the the trash bag idea from a UCLA video. They used to do like Keeping Up with the Bruins or something like that. And they did that. And I think she suggested it. And so they took some of our suggestions and we did that. It was so fun. It was so funny, as you've seen on my vlog. But the senior one was so good. It was so funny.
Oh my God. What's the thing called? The train? Is it called train? Whatever. With the thing behind it. Like just the like all different circle. I mean, I don't even know what it was. Was it balloons in there too, or was it just garbage bags with air, or was it just tied up? I mean,
I think they just like blew air into it, and yeah.
Okay, I was like, that was very well. I mean, they're all cool, but that was very like, over like.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was an interesting thing where you guys start walking out there in garbage bags. And
it was so fun.
I also did like the Oreo cookie challenge. I've done that. I love that, and I'm actually pretty good
at
it.
Is that the one where you move the cookie down your face?
Yes.
They do that they do that at championships.
And we need to do that at Dev Nationals meeting. I think maybe not Oreo cookie because maybe that's not a good prep, but who knows. But anyway, I think something like that. But we need to do more stuff like that. I think Kim at our meeting, like those fun things.
It is fun.
Yeah. Just guess their age, put your name in the right order or whatever. But yes, no, I enjoyed that vlog too. So, keep them coming whenever you have time. We understand. Based on the retreat.
Well, she kind of has to do them more now because it's her major.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta get more practice.
Experience.
Yes.
Based on the retreat and the early preseason practice, which I know there hasn't been much, what should we expect from the Gym Dawgs this year?
Expect greatness. Like I said before, we are already looking really good. And just expect us to come out and, show people, prove them wrong. I mean, we're not doing it for that reason, but there are a lot of naysayers. So, just to prove people wrong and that we can be a great team. And even though things haven't turned out great for us in seasons past, this is a new team, brand new year. And we have some amazing girls. So I'm really excited. So expect greatness, I would say.
Cool. We're expecting it.
Yeah, we're good.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So going into your junior year, what role do you play on your Georgia Gym Dawg team?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm more of in a position of leadership this year. I love being somebody that people can come to, just for gymnastics things, non-gymnastics things. I feel like I know who I am now, and I know who I am as a gymnast, and just knowing that, I'm able to help others better. So I really just want people to feel like they can have a safe space with me, and just to be able to talk to me and come to me. And we've already seen that, Brooke and I, my roommate and I, and then Emma, we opened our home up to do a team Bible study, and we did that on our own, and it's been going great. But that's just evidence of us wanting to be those leaders and those people that people can come to. So yeah,
I love that. Are there any skills in your career that you practiced in the gym, or any skills that you have, dream skills that you've wanted to learn that you wish you could have learned and competed?
Other than my back handspring Arabian on the page.
Other than the back handspring Arabian, we already know you want to compete that.
Yeah,
correct.
Right.
We expected in at regionals day 2. No,
oh
kidding.
man.
Yeah. We do.
Okay.
Nope.
I'm trying to think.
Or just competing at the mock meet is fine.
Okay.
Yes.
I've thought about a full in pike on floor. I've kind of messed around with that or trained it a little bit. I've also trained a double layout a little bit on floor, but not seriously. I think it would be cool to switch it up, but I'm getting to a point where it's more consistency based for me and not just chucking skills. But yeah, because my body is getting a little bit older, so yeah.
Well, I think the biggest significant change to your gymnastics was your double layout off bars.
Oh
that
yeah,
was the most consistent change from a double pike to a double layout. So I think that was the biggest thing that we saw, especially for college, because it makes it that just much bigger. But,
yeah.
But yeah, the Arabian, the Arabian. Maybe you can even do a standing Arabian. It's fine.
Okay.
You don't have to do the back handspring in front of it.
Yeah, just standing Arabian. There you go, standing Arabian, then back handspring out of it.
Yeah, there you go. There's your flight
There we
series.
go.
Yeah,
Got
Cecile.
it. It's over. I got it. Tell Cecile. Let Cecile know. We all talked, all three of us.
Okay, great.
And that was the decision that we came to.
Cecile would be like, "Oh, that's great. Yep. Nope.
Great. Go. Just go. Are there any skills though that is just like the dream skill that like your body in no way can do it, but you wish you could do it? Like in your mind, you're like, I want to do that. Like mine is the Podkapayeva on floor. Like never in a million years am I double fronting out of a bounder.
Oh yeah, no. I think maybe like a double on floor. I've like done it like off the broad floor, but I think that would be so cool to do. So that's probably like my dream skill.
I think that's a lot of people's dream skills. Jason, is that your dream skill?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Avery does them.
Avery does, yeah.
Will she compete in?
We'll find out.
She does them. Well,
Maybe her freshman year while she's fresh.
I'm hoping both of them continue elite. And I know Avery told me she was going to at Classics, so and I know Khalees wants to because that's why she switched. But that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. We want more and more college elites as well, like all the other, not actually all. There's only a couple, but to be good.
What Georgia teammate inspires you the most?
Oh man, it's hard to pick one.
I mean, you could have more than one, I guess.
It's too vague of me to say everybody. Oh no, I have one. Jada Battle. She tore her Achilles last year, and she did not compete all season. But the way that she's coming back and the way that she's handling it is so mature, and she just inspires me to be a better person and a better teammate. Because she's one of the most caring individuals I've ever met in my life, and so just to see her come back from that is truly inspiring and incredible.
I like it.
Yes.
Who is a teammate that has left you in awe?
Left me in awe. Probably Lily. Lily's just incredible. So
Perfection.
yeah, she's just amazing.
I think she leaves us all in awe.
Oh yeah.
No,
She's gorgeous.
on your Nationals vlog, and the two different things of her handspring Rudy that is like flawless. Like there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, she's
It's
such a
all
perfectionist.
on that pass. There's zero deduction.
Yeah.
I was like, no, she's fun to watch.
What teammate or who? Which teammate? That should be the correct. Which teammate is your biggest support system?
Probably my roommate Brooke. Her and I are very similar. So she, we just encourage each other, and we're able to talk about a lot of things that like I can't talk about with a lot of people. So just having her on the team has been like such an amazing blessing. And now as a roommate, I just love her, and she's such a great human being.
What teammate is the most similar to you?
Again, Brooke, probably. We call each other twin because we're very similar. So
fantastic. And you live with her,
I
right?
live with her,
Is what you said? Okay.
yeah.
Which teammate has made the biggest impact on your life?
Oh man. Current teammate or former teammate?
Doesn't matter. Any teammate.
Okay. Ashlyn LeClaire, she did her 4 years of undergrad at Kentucky, and then she did her grad year at UGA. And she really took me under her wing, and she's still one of my best friends to this day. But she's just incredible person. So she has definitely made she made me feel so welcomed as a freshman. So she probably made the biggest impression on me.
I love it.
Yeah.
How would you best describe your gymnastics career so far, and what do you look forward to in your next 2 years at Georgia?
I think every year I've gotten more consistent. So I guess that's what I'm striving for, just to be consistent, and it's been fun. And I want to continue to be consistent. These next 2 years, I want to reach perfection. So those are my goals the next 2 years. And to, get back to nationals with the whole team. So, yeah.
Well, two athletes that I want to just mention out there really fast, because if they listen to your episode, Nyla,
Yes.
cracks me up.
She's so
hilarious.
funny.
And Jayfree, I love her gymnastics.
Jeffrey, yeah.
Like her gymnastics, just the coolness of it and the craziness. I mean, handspring Rudy off beam. I mean, who does that stuff? Just that kind of fun stuff. So I know you mentioned that. I was like, those two. I mean, Nyla being a freshman last year, and just like your vlogs,
She's so funny.
Well, Addie, for all of those who would love to follow you but may not, where's the best place they can follow you? And you can give both your Instagram and your YouTube, because you need to watch your own YouTube. You do.
You can follow me on Instagram I think it's just Ady.Wahl. And then on YouTube is Ady Wahl, like he said, with the little heart emoji. But you can just search up Ady Wahl vlogs and they'll pop up.
Yes, no, they're cool, and it's just good. I mean, maybe from the standpoint, because we know you, and it's fun to watch you, obviously live Georgia life through the eyes of the spectator, obviously. But I think it's cool, and I just know how much time it takes. I mean, we try to do vlogs like at championships and stuff like that, and then I'm like, Kim, are you going to edit this? Then we're not doing this because I just don't have time. I have all the stuff we have to do. And she goes, well, I'll edit it. And we'll see it maybe 3 championships from now.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't give me a photo. I can have a photo edited on my phone within 10 seconds. A video, I already have to order the food, make the video, drive the car, pull up the directions.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of jobs on this.
Film the vlog. I'm not editing.
In this media company with this huge staff that apparently we have.
We have so many people on staff. It's ridiculous. I can't even keep track of all of our employees anymore.
So many of us. I know. The holiday parties are just ridiculous.
They're a blast.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Addie, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry if I yelled in your ear there.
Okay.
Stop yelling in my ear. Thank you for joining us. We've had a fun time. We've been wanting to have you on as well, and we were like, well, she made nationals this year, so we definitely have to get her on. And this becomes, as you can tell, a process of trying to figure out who can when, where, who. I mean, it's difficult, but we try to do as many as we can in the off season, and we were excited that we were able to have you on.
Yes. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Absolutely. We are looking forward to watching you lead this year's Georgia Gym Dawgs, your upperclassmen group, and also obviously get to see our 2 freshmen that we are excited to watch, and Erin, of course. Erin's a junior too, isn't she?
She's a senior.
She's a senior, so she's one of those leaders in the team this year. But yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing the Gym Dawgs this year and where you guys go. So, good luck, and thanks again for joining us on the College Salute.
Thank you so much.
I told your mom. I just told your mom we were having you on. I sent her a picture, and she's excited. She can't wait to hear it.
Oh, good.
I love your mom. She's the best.
She is. She's awesome.
Yeah. So hi, Jenny. Shout
Hello,
out,
Mom.
to Mom. So we're glad we had you. We're glad you came.
Yes, thank you so much.
So thanks, Eddie. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
We know you enjoy our podcast and want more people to find out how awesome it is, because let's be real, it is. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to the Region 5 Insider podcast. Thanks again to Full Out Recruiting for your continued support, as well as all of our listeners. We could not do this without your support. Follow us on all of our social media accounts for the most up-to-date information on what's going on with our R5's alums all season long.
Thanks again to Addie for taking time to join us for a chat, and make sure you give her YouTube channel, as well as ours, a follow. We're excited to see what her junior year has in store. More alums to come all fall long. Make sure you follow our 2 podcast social channels for more info on our upcoming Alumni Convo podcasts, and we'll talk to you soon for more spine-saving coverage of our Region 5 alums. And always remember to follow, like, and subscribe. Peace out. Region 5.
5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
I'm a Region 5. Already you're not here. I come coming in hot. I'ma take my body for a spin.